If you're a seven-figure coach still creating every piece of content and solving every problem in your business, you don't have a scaling problem. You have an identity problem, and it is costing you millions. Here's what nobody tells you about hitting seven figures. The skills that got you here will destroy your ability to get to 8 figures. You became a world-class marketer. You can write copy, run ads, create content, and close deals. But marketing skills alone doesn't get you to consistent 8 figures. The entrepreneurs stuck at 7 figures for years, they're all phenomenal marketers. The ones scaling to $1 million a month, they've evolved into CEOs. I'm Mark Dharma, and over the past 17 years, I've worked with entrepreneurs who've collectively generated over $1 billion. I've seen the patterns, I've coached both the stuck and the scaling. And the difference isn't what most people think. It's not just about systems, bigger teams, or more capital. It's about identity transformation. Let me paint a picture that probably sounds familiar to you. You've built your business by being the chief everything officer. You wrote the emails, created the offers, handled customer service, managed the team. That got you to 7 figures because at that level, your personal involvement was your competitive advantage. Your energy, your expertise, your hustle. But now, that same involvement has become your ceiling. You're the bottleneck in every decision. Your team can't move without your approval. Every new hire creates even more chaos instead of leverage. You're working harder than ever, but revenue stays flat. Sound familiar? Here's what's happening. You're trying to run an 8-figure business with a 7-figure identity. You still see yourself as a chief marketer who has to drive every dollar. But $1 million a month businesses aren't built by super marketers. They're built by CEOs who create systems that work without them. The shift from marketer to CEO isn't just about learning new skills. It's about fundamentally changing how you see yourself and your role. 7-figure marketers ask, how do I get this result? 8-figure CEOs ask, who can create a system that drives this result consistently? 7-figure marketers think, I'm the best person to handle this. 8-figure CEOs think, who on my team can handle this better than I would? And if I don't have them, how do I get them? 7-figure marketers focus on getting shit done. 8-figure CEOs focus on building processes that work regardless of who executes them. This doesn't mean CEOs never do marketing work. It means they approach every task asking, how do we build this once so it works without me? Instead of, how do I do this perfectly right now? Now, this isn't just semantics. Your identity shapes every decision you make. And if you still identify as mainly a marketer, you'll keep making marketer decisions that prevent CEO level growth. I learned this the hard way. For years, I was coaching entrepreneurs making millions while I was stuck at 6 figures. Same knowledge, same frameworks, completely different results. Why? Because they had CEO identities and I was still thinking like a coach or consultant. So how do you make the shift? Well, to go from 7 figures to 8 figures, I have something called the 3D scaling system. The first D stands for decide. This means decide that you are going to grow your business to 8 figures. Make that decision. Decide that you are an 8-figure entrepreneur, not a 7-figure marketer. And that goes more than just consciously thinking I'm an 8-figure. It means by transforming your subconscious so you truly believe unconsciously that you are now an 8-figure entrepreneur, because that's when you'll start making those changes, the CEO decisions, the 8-figure decisions. It's all about upgrading your identity. That is step 1. You gotta ask yourself, how would $1 million a month CEO spend their time today? And then do that, even if it's uncomfortable. Because you gotta shift from this marketer doing everything themselves to an 8-figure CEO. Your marketer identity will resist this shift because it feels like it's losing control. But control is the enemy of scale. One of my clients, let's call him David, was stuck at $150K a month for over a year. Incredibly talented marketer. He wrote copy that converted, could create content that went viral, but he was writing every email, reviewing every ad, approving every piece of content. His team was waiting on him for everything. When we worked together, we didn't improve his marketing skills, he already had that. We transformed his identity first. We got clear on his CEO vision, we created decision filters, we redesigned his daily routine, and within 2 months, he hit his first $300,000 a month. Not because he became a better marketer, he became a CEO who empowered his team to execute his vision. The breakthrough wasn't tactical, it was psychological. Now, if you're ready to make this shift from marketer to CEO and reach $1 million a month in your business, I've documented the full process on how to go from 7 figures to $1 million a month within 12 to 24 months. You can access it for free. I call it the 8-figure scaling playbook. It's a Google Doc, just click it, request access, and my team will give you access within 10 minutes. But fair warning, this isn't learning new marketing tactics. It's about fundamentally transforming who you are as a leader. Most entrepreneurs will go back, read it, and go back to being, 7-figure marketers. But a few of you will read it and actually implement what you learn. And that will take you to the 8 figures, whether you want to do it on your own or whether you want to work with me and my team. The document shows you the process on how to get to $1 million a month in your business, your coaching business, your consulting business, your high ticket offer business within 12 to 24 months. So click the link, request access, and take action to your $1 million months. This is Mark Dharma, the Miller Month Mentor. I'll see you next time.